about you.
About me?
Yeah, this is like, who's Nick Swatz?
What's my...
Schwatz?
Swatz.
Swatz, that's what I thought.
What's my theme song? You don't own me. She goes, this isn't funny.
Right.
I'm not one of your little toys.
I'm
not playing along. Don't say I can't go with other boys. So gay.
You were a part of a very, very important project for 8 years.
Yeah, entitled the Bullycide Project, and you can actually find it by going to thebullysideproject.com.
Yes, I'll put all the links for the Bullycide Project in the description so you guys can go find it. It is an absolutely transformational project. Where did it all start for you when you realized that like this industry is where you wanted to be in terms of sharing stories, telling stories, filmmaking?
Sure. Well, I knew that I wanted to use my talent that I possess to make a difference. It's very important to me that all of my things have meaning. And it was sort of a combination of things, like through some of the social theater that I had done, social issue theater. And then I did another show in Chicago called, it was based off a book of poetry written by Leslie Newman called Mourning, a song for Matthew Shepard. And just seeing the impact of these shows, I mean, it totally changed my life, and then seeing how it touched others as well. And I just knew that there was a medium that existed, this vehicle to like get that out there.
Yeah.
And
now,
then,
quickly,
yeah.
Matthew Shepard's story, if people don't know anything about it, there's obviously the book that was written, poetry.
The book of poetry by Leslie Newman.
There's also a documentary on Netflix.
Matthew Shepard is a friend of mine.
Matthew Shepard is a friend of mine, so please...
Well, there's several too. There's the Matthew Shepard story, and then I know a lot of people know the play, The Laramie Project, as well. But if you don't know his story, you need to.
Yeah, so I'm going to put some links in the description for those as well, because his story is something you almost won't believe is possible to be true.
Yeah.
And so Nick portrayed Matt in the play October Mourning?
October Mourning,
yeah.
With an OU, like morning.
Mourning,
yeah.
There you go. Clearly all of these experiences have shaped and brought you to this point in your life where you are your own filmmaker. Yeah,
and that's the point of Baby Pomegranate Productions, is I focus on working with minorities in the film industry. So that's women, people of color, and the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah.
Or an ally of all three.
Absolutely.
I only work with these people. If you do not support those communities, I need you to learn. And so if you don't work for me or with me, then my work is for you.
Yeah. Yeah, to inform. Yeah. The masses. So now that you have your own production company, you are thriving in the scene in Chicago and around the globe. What does the next 5 years look like for you? What are some of your dreams now?
My work is so much bigger than me. It's not, I mean, certainly I could be that filmmaker that's like, I want to win an Oscar by this year, I want to win this film festival by this year, and that's really not the goal. So I guess if I had to say in 5 years, I'm very much wanting to spread a message. I see the world changing from the time that I started that show. Even I have seen a shift in our culture, and I want to see that continue.
Yeah.
And one thing you'll hear me say in this documentary is that I have the privilege and the honor of standing on the shoulders of giants. And, you know, the people that came before us, their world was so different.
Oh, it's so true.
And I want the people that come after us to have a different world than we did.
Yeah.
To not have that fear of, okay, look, so if I'm just gonna level. I think coming out is ridiculous. I think it is the stupidest thing in the world. I don't understand why we have to do it. Now don't take that to think that I'm saying identity doesn't matter or label.
Right.
No, identity is important.
Yep.
And I love it. I mean, we were talking about like, yes, I am gay and I am proud. I am very proud to be gay. But this whole idea of having this secret that you struggle with that is hurting you inside is stupid because of the outside world. There are other people like you. Absolutely. And my goal is to get it to a point. I want to see the world at a point where it's like, you don't have to come out as something other.
Yeah.
You just are.
It's an unveiling of something that is already there. Like you just started to grow up and see that this was your preference and went forth in that direction.
Yeah.
And nobody said anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just celebrated that with you instead of punishing you for it. Which I agree completely. That's the world I want to see, where coming out is not even a thing. It's just, oh cool, you're bringing Jacob home.
Yeah. It's great. Like when kids start to date.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm bringing someone home, and I want the like, I want that to be about like, you met someone.
Yeah. And I think it even starts with parents nowadays when they ask their kids, like, so is there anybody at school that you really like? That a boy would be able to say, well, like Matthew and I really get along, like I really like him, and that not even be, it's just like, go explore that. I want you to feel like you can dive into that friendship and see what it feels like for you. Like and let's say even when you get into high school, that you're like dating this girl, don't feel like it's going really well, you break up, and then you're like, you know what, Jeremy and I like get along so well, like maybe I should go explore that. And that doesn't mean, well, now I'm gay.
Right.
You know, you in a place where the word gay is a describing word, but it's not a defining word.
Make gay happy again.
Yeah, let's make gay happy again. I mean, the gays are happy, let's just be honest, yes. Alright, cool. I feel like the world knows a little more about you.
Yeah.
Y'all
stay fabulous now.